Okay. We are live for today. Today we're gonna have an amazing drummer here. Today we're gonna have one of the most important Brazilian drummers and one of the most important drummers from the world. But I want to start playing something for you, and I will play from my last album, music from Chico Pinheiro, called Lilu Okan. Okay, and thank you for being here. Yes. And let's go. Olá, 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 pessoal. Thank you for being here. And people, please clap your hands for this amazing drummer that we're gonna have here with us today. He is, no discussion, one of the most important drummers for my generation, and the guy that is changing the way to play Brazilian music and Brazilian drums in his generation. Please clap your hands to Kiko Freitas. Kiko. Kiko.
I'm clapping my hands to you, Edu, because beautiful playing and beautiful music, and congratulations to Chico also, and all the beautiful players
Oh,
playing this music. I was here clapping already before you started clapping, so
oh,
thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you all for being here, all the guys, and it's a great honor for me to be here. And beautiful playing, you do, as
oh,
always.
oh,
What can I say?
oh, thank you, Kiko. Thank you for being here, for accepting this invitation. My invitation, Open Studio invitation, is a pleasure to have you here. It's an honor to have you here, and thank you for your attention with the music. Yes, Chico's music is always incredible.
Yeah,
His We have Rubinho Antunes on trumpet, and Guilherme Ribeiro on accordion, and Bruno Migoto on bass. Just to tell
uh,
the name of about musicians, because
yeah.
today we have the Spotify and Apple Music, and we never know who is playing.
This
Of
is
course,
terrible. This is
of
terrible.
of course, if I know, if I listen and I listen you playing, I can recognize you. Just one hit on the cymbal, I know that he's Kiko Freitas, but it's not for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And we have to tell the name for everybody. And Kiko, thank you for his amazing English that you have, his amazing accent. And I'm sorry about my bad English, please, brother.
No, your English is great, man. As
We,
the language that we speak is more the language of the heart. It doesn't matter what we say is always
yeah.
from the heart, and it's very special to be with you, talking Portuguese, English, talking music, talking drums, talking everything.
Yeah, I remember the first time that we, not that we met, but we have more time together, and we spend more time together, was in Brasilia, maybe 2009, and
Yeah.
at Civerbra, that we teach together, and
Yes.
you were in the class in my side, and that was amazing, because I start to teach a little, and I tell the student, please, just a minute, let listen what Kiko is saying on in this room, in this side. that let listen to Kiko's playing. That was amazing. Was always amazing.
And I
And
tell you the same. It was such a great, beautiful experience to be close to you, and to be able to spend some time together, right? To have some time to hang out, and to understand more the way the other friend is thinking. This is very important.
yeah, and that was something special, because we spent a lot of time talking about music and about your friends in common.
Yeah.
I remember the stories that you told me about Guedes, about Guedes, the bass player.
Oh my God.
Oh
Hey.
man, that was incredible. Hey, Kiko, that is a drum conversation,
Okay.
and we have to talk about drums. And I know people asking you every time, but I have I have the chance to ask you too now, and I make some I bring some questions here. I prepared, um, because I'm sure that you created a new way to play a samba in Brazilian music. That thing that you did with the syncopa on left hand, like that is amazing. Thank you for doing that, because I know that you invented that. Well, I never noticed something like that before. Before that, I can remember that Márcio Bahia plays a little with syncopa on left hand, playing sambaião, or maybe Fernando Pereira, that album from Sivuca, he plays. But you develop that for the high level and next level and next level. And my question is, you have some influence? Did you have some influence from these guys, or you just thinking about some different way to play, and you start to doing that coordination and that stuff to play samba from this way? Kiko? Hello? Rachel? I think Kiko is frozen. Hello?
Uh-oh. Yeah, it does look a little frozen. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Maybe he lost the connection.
Yeah, let's wait for him to come back. He should be back.
Okay, he should be back. And so I will tell guys here, Kiko invented something very, very, very special with the drum set, because before Kiko, I will change my camera. Rachel, please let me know when he comes back, okay?
Will do.
Okay. And before Kiko, people play samba with a different ways, like that, or very fast samba, or like that. And Kiko start to do something with his left hand like that. Dois, dois. Imitating Caixa Rhythmic from School of Samba. And he take that coordination and put in a different level with a voice of tambourine, not pandeiro tambourine, but the tambourine that you play in the School of Samba, in the streets. And he put that voice in a different instrument like that. And once he has that, he starts to try to do that with a different sounds, like surdo sounds like that. And that is something amazing, because he put that, and sometimes he put the bass drum from samba like a surdo de corte, like that. And sometimes he put that left hand from the kit. And that is something that I'm so excited to ask him about that, about his way to start to develop at that. And I think we didn't have him. I want to talk with people here. Just let me know who is here. And Rafael Baiuna vai ser top, thank you. Adilson Filho, como é que você tá? eSport TV Drums, salve Edu, Mega Prof Excelente Music, thank you. Carol Oliver, first time, happy to be here. Obrigado, Carol. Alex Varza, oi. Jurandir Fagundes, salve, Mestre Edu, grande abraço. Obrigado, Jurandir. Fabinho Guido, Tony Clarete, áudio, acho que resolveu, né? Jairo Araújo, muito bom, parabéns, maravilha. Zezito Abreu, Bas, Madeira Pura, Henrique Carvalho, Vicenzo Farado, Adilson Filho. We have Kiko one more time.
My God,
What?
you talked about Sivuca and the universe conspired, and all his energy dropped down the internet. My God.
Oh, but now we have more you again. Oh, I
My
just I, I just tell people about that transformation that you did for in your drum set, and my question, Kiko, is how do you start to develop that? How was the first thinking about that? Because I don't know, was something really new that you did with that syncope in left hand. How did you start with that?
Okay, yeah, it's a kind of long story, you know.
Yeah,
First, since I started playing with Nico Assumpção, the amazing musician from Brazil,
amazing bass player.
uh, yeah, he was a kind of his head was head ahead of,
Yes.
of the time, you know, he was living, and he was always complaining a little bit about the way drummers would play with him, you know, uh,
Yeah.
like playing, not complaining about the sound or whatever, about the way to approach and sometimes to leave space for the bass player, especially thinking about the bass drum, and
Yes.
also he was demanding, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
uh, some of the traditional percussive voices we have in Brazil, especially in samba,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that many drummers from the post bossa nova generation, they kind of forgot the hand percussion and the basic drum cells from the samba atmosphere, to play more
Yes.
freely, which is great. I love that, you know,
Yes.
and to play more improvising and more jazzy. But
Yes.
Nico, especially, was feeling that because he was already playing with João Bosco and this kind of samba guys and deep African Brazilian artists, and he was trying to find a way that you could still have some liberty, some freedom,
Yeah.
and but creating the engine, you know, that power engine of samba happening.
Yeah.
So I was kind of this not destroying, but deconstructing my way of playing
Mm-hmm.
uh, the samba and trying to pay more attention to what he was saying. And
Yes.
at the same time, I met Armando Marçal, which is a samba master from a family, you know, a family of amazing.
Fam-
It's the royalty of samba, let's say, in Brazil. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah. The
father
royalty.
Armando Marçal, his forefather, you know, and also BG, all those guys who kind of creating the carioca samba, let's say the samba from Rio,
Yes.
and I was uh, first time I was very humble to kind of empty my cup, you know, like when you are going to have a tea with a aikido master. Now, you have to arrive with the cup empty, then you receive the best thing you can get from that tea, you know. So I
Yeah.
was kind of erasing my old time of my old way of playing and trying to connect to Armando Marçal. And then he was so we constructed a kind of brotherhood, you know. I
Wow.
was all the time learning from him and going with him to Portela, to Império Serrano, to all the samba schools. And then I was trying to understand the way the guys would take care of the syncopations and the 16th note feel of the samba, especially the
Great.
repique players, you know. Uh,
Yeah.
Many of the guys maybe don't know, but they play the repique one stick and one hand,
Yeah.
basically. And the basic pattern is based on the you know the quantic physics of
Mm-hmm.
rhythm, which is one movement and then you allow the stick to do the rest, coming back to you like very soft. So I'm not controlling. And I
Yeah.
have seen many times, especially players from Europe and the US, they try to control the strokes, and then
Yeah.
you get to something like instead of.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
this was the
Kiko.
first thing. Yeah.
Kiko, are you not playing on the rim? Are you just playing on the heads? That?
No, I play in the rim, but this is electronic set, that
Ah,
then
okay.
you listen
But
only the.
yeah, yeah. But you can. We can leave the last ones in the rim.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Sometimes the rim, and sometimes the middle, sometimes it's not precise.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, but maybe the guys they don't realize. I have a little drum here. Sometimes the rim shot, sometimes the head, sometimes the rim,
Yeah.
and then you go around because many players playing together they create a kind of common
Okay.
voice,
Okay.
talking about the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was also amazed by the way the snare drums play, also with some looseness, special looseness, and lack, let's say, lack of control in some of the 16th notes.
Okay.
And then came this thing with the left hand, trying to make a mix of the snare drum, let's say this snare drum. You see that this
Yeah.
is very different than it's
Completely.
very. This
Yeah.
plus the repique creates a very special feel.
Mm-hmm.
And the repique, I of course I can't play both, but I was thinking about the left hand trying to take care of the middle part of the repique playing. Repique plays tagaraka 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 tagaraka.
Yeah.
So is a mix of
Ooh.
the tagarakata with the tigadigadam. Then
Yeah.
but you start. This is very important. You start the movement from the fourth 16th note, like a pickup measure.
Okay.
Is exactly the voice of the malandro tamborim, let's say. Tac,
Mhm.
tac, 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 tac. Então, tac, 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 tac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start the phrasing from this
Here,
spot.
here's the tempo. Pak, chika, tuk, pata,
Yeah.
pa, chika, tum, ka, tak, pak, chika, tak, pataka, chpa, tum, ka,
Yeah,
pataka, chika, tum, ka,
exactly.
pa. Okay, you start the movement here.
Yes. And about
Okay.
the movement, this is something that I was searching, like a precious stone. I understood what Nico wanted, but I couldn't play it that way, controlling with the fingers, like say. And I
Yeah.
couldn't play also only using fingers and rebound, like in a linear movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vertical movement wouldn't feel like or with the thumb. It was
Yeah.
not the feel. And then I was reading a lot about the Moeller technique already since 1989.
Mm-hmm.
I was researching, but alone, by myself, trying to understand.
Mm-hmm.
till the day I went in 1996 to Los Angeles and then I studied with Dave Weckl. And then
Yes.
everything changed. Many people, they tell me, but what can Dave Weckl change in the samba atmosphere?
Yeah.
My answer is you can change the way you think and you feel drums if you read philosophy, if you read about, great poets and writers like Joseph Campbell, Jung, or, you can
Yeah.
apply some subjects to the thing you are working on,
Yeah.
And so there with him, I learned exactly the thing I was looking for to emulate these movements. And then I
Yeah.
learned basically this. This comes from Freddie Gruber, and this comes from also Buddy Rich, but Buddy Rich
Yes.
wouldn't teach this.
Yeah.
So it's a kind. Think about what you play before you play, starting a circle with the body, and trying to feel first the weight of the stick, of course,
Yeah.
and the position where you grab the stick. We all know that is one third of the stick is the best
Yeah.
leverage point,
Mm.
right? But the weight of the stick is very important, and you feel the amount of energy you need to throw the stick
Wow.
and let it bounce by its own weight,
Yeah.
This was the first thing. And not playing, just doing the movement and feeling the weight of the stick. And first of all, doesn't see the drum. Let's say this is a drum you are looking from the side, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is not the end. The head, let's say the head is here, is not the
Yeah.
end of the stroke, like in a vertical movement. The
Yeah.
head is the middle of the circle that comes here,
Wow.
and you play around the drum. And then you
Yeah.
have this first sound. My hand is just allowing the stick to bounce
Yeah.
and kind of gently accompanying the hand. Like,
Great.
like in the south of Brazil, we have when a guy is working with the cattle, riding a horse, you have another guy called amadrinhador, which is
Mhm.
the guy that if something goes wrong, the guy grabs you and put you on his horse.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what the hand does with the stick. So you have, instead of,
Wow.
you have, and then
Good.
I feel the weight of the stick, and then
Wow.
I'm thinking about the drum not as an end. And this I put, this of course is triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I put this is exactly on the spot of the repique. But doesn't sound like there's minimum, almost nothing of control, just the circle.
And it's so organic, man. It's so circular. It's so
It's circular. Yeah, this is the
swinging.
word. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not precise. Many people say, yeah, but it's not inside the metronome. Of course, it's not. It's inside the voice that I'm trying.
I think he has the same problem, connection problem. Okay. Let's gonna see if he. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Was the same connection problem. Desculpa, pessoal. Mesmo problema. So I'm reading the comments for this time. Of course, I will send him this question, but I will reading now. And we stop it. And Tony Claret. Hi, Tony Claret. How are you? Jairo Araújo. Jairo, tudo bom? Daniel Argolho, Zezinho Abreu, Madeira Pura, Henrique Carvalho, Vicenço Vralado, Adilson Filho, boa tarde, Kiko. Hey! Okay, that is the connection. That's not a problem.
My God.
No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem.
And now, the strange thing is that I'm using cable here, and it's a T cable directly to the computer.
It's too much energy. It's too much circular energy, and the cable is not able to have that.
This is the name of the next song. The cable is not able. This is
the,
amazing.
the cable is not able, man. But you did a incredible research about that, and I think people didn't know about. I didn't know about that. I just thought that you thought about voices and try to imitate the voices and in the drum set, but there is more than just imitate the voice. And what time you start to try to because when you talk about Nico, I can imagine, you didn't say that, but I can imagine that Nico was trying to take off that surdo de corte bass drum like that.
Yeah. Yes.
That
Yeah.
takes a lot of space of the bass drum
Yes.
of the bass player. But when you start to put the another voice with with high hand like that, and how did you develop at that? Because it's not easy. That's a too hard work with coordination.
Yes. Yes. First, this in a certain way, you are right when you say that I was trying to emulate the voices, but
Hmm.
of course I was missing, especially for the samba school adaptation. Like when you don't want to lose the surdo and the snare drums to do like here. Always
Yes.
always a 16th note is missing, and it's the
Yeah.
third 16th note. One. So this snare drum, which is actually a mix of repique with the
Hmm.
snare drum,
Hmm.
takes control of this. This was the idea. Of course, everything matched with some light. When I discovered these
Yeah.
movements and the amount of energy that I need before playing for each stroke. Let's say da da da. I know that's from here. Da da da.
Yeah.
Bam bam bam. It's from here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Da da da. Dun dun dun. So
Yeah.
you kind of think with the movement, right?
Hmm.
But then the right hand was another thing, because I wanted to preserve, let's say, the tambourine voice, the main tambourine voice,
Yes.
which I learned from Marçal, to play with the finger first, not stick, and try
Hmm.
to have this balance between the finger underneath, let's say here,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
underneath the head,
Hmm.
the thumb doing a little muffling here,
Yeah.
and just the first join of the index. So you have to,
Wow.
and not, it's like, and then you have this balance. One, two, one, two, one. And here comes my two. Da 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 da. So first I started learning the basic, let's say, tambourine,
Hmm.
really real tambourine technique,
Hmm.
and understanding these spaces here, tac, 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 tac. This is a kind of scale.
Hmm.
Tone, 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 half tone, tone, tone,
Yeah.
tone, half tone, 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 half tone, 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 half tone. Like this comes from,
Yeah.
from this cell, like one, two, tac, tac, tick, tac, 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 tick, tac. If you think about this 6/8 main mother clave for the world,
Yeah.
thank, 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 thank. If I don't give a pulse, tick, tac, tac, tick, tac, 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 tick, tac, 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 tick, tac, 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 tick, tac, tac, tick, tac, 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 tick, tac, and you have ta 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 ta, tone, tone, half tone, 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 half tone.
Great.
So So this rhythm for me is the mother of even the major scale, you know.
Yeah,
But this is
yeah.
another subject. Yes, but I wanted this sound, tak tak tak, tidak tak tak, tidak tak. So this was impossible with fingers. Let's say tak tak, tidik tak tak, tidik. Of course, it's here, but it's not the tidak tak tak, tidak.
Yeah.
And then everything made sense when I learned these movements, like bang bang bang,
Ah,
which is the analog of this bang bang bang,
yeah.
bang bang bang, bang bang bang,
Uh,
ti-dang, dang, dang, ti-dang, dang, 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 ti-dang. And like this finger is effortless, like tack tack
mhm.
tack ti-dang, tack tack ti-dang. So I can't control tack 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 tack. Then it's different.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
use the maximum of relaxation, just
Wow.
this up like this, not like not beating, like only retrieving the forearm, relaxing the wrist at the same time, like you have a very natural sound similar to, so I have that.
Yeah.
Here nothing happens, it's just leverage, it's just leverage. And one
Yeah.
good exercise is to control with one hand and see if your this grip is very loose. Like it must be very
Wow.
responsive to any touch you do, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
then you have tack 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 tick, tack 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 tick, tack 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 tick, tack tack, and then ba da 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 boom, boom. Then I started, of course, singing first, trying to understand
Mhm.
the places of the notes
Mhm.
and leaving spaces to Nico, you know.
Yeah. He's Nico's guilty. He's the guilty for.
He's the, yeah, he's the well.
Yeah,
He's
man, he was amazing. Hey, Kiko, I don't know if you mind, brother, but could you play a little this rhythm for us, just to see your playing that is amazing. Did
can.
you mind?
You mean the main groove, the thing? Yeah.
When you think that you want, but I saw you playing. That is amazing. Please play something like that for us. That just to people see that.
So I'm going to play one tune that
Oh,
actually was recorded without drums, and I think
yes.
this is very important for the guys listening here. I don't
Mhm.
know if somebody's there. I hope.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. You are not. We are not alone.
Okay. Uh, then I encourage you to play tunes recorded without drums, so you
Great.
can find your spot, you know, respecting what is happening and trying to make a conversation with the guys playing already, you know,
Great.
and starting from singing always. And this is a great tune about Brazil
Hmm.
and about what is happening now in Brazil also, in a certain way about what is happening with the world. You know, we are always trying to search a meaning for this. This is an amazing tune by João Bosco and Aldir Blanc,
And not yet.
the great masters of, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm fortunate and honored to have Aldir doing the. Unfortunately, he couldn't see this, but he wrote the preface for my book,
Wow.
and it fills me my heart. I get very touched when I talk about him. He was a great hero, you know.
Wow.
So this is the
That's.
thing. I will try to put the movements together a little bit to for you guys.
Hmm. Oh, what is that? We are not seeing him. Okay, let's gonna wait that maybe he's back in a minute. Uh-huh. Okay, Kiko is not here one more time, but he's going to be back. I'm sure about that. I'm sure about that. Um, Juan de Moura, dois mestres. Júlio Chumbinho, you are here. Thank you for being here, Júlio Chumbinho. Daniel Argolo. Okay, we have a lot of questions from Kiko. Just let him be back in a minute. Yeah, Júlio Chumbinho is a great guitar player. We are friend. He's my friend. He's friend of Kiko, and he's from the south. He's from Porto Alegre too, the same city from Kiko. And I saw people from India here. Glenn Pinto. Hello from Goa, India. Kiko is my favorite Brazilian drummer. I have this amazing book. Thank you. Hey, Kiko.
It's very hard. I don't know. Do you think it's because I don't?
I'm not sure. I didn't get your question. Your question, because it's really cracking. Um, no problem. No problem.
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, you are back.
My God.
What do you think? What do you think is from the music that something comes with the computer?
I understand that when you played, it stopped for me, and when I try to play something with more interaction,
Yeah,
also goes away. You know.
yeah,
Let's try again. Let's try.
yeah. Please, because that was you'll be amazing. Let's try. Let's try again.
Liberdade, Senhor.
Oh, wow, that is something that we have to we have to do another one just with this music and Henrique, just take the tamborim em casa para tentar acompanhar. Kiko is about Brazilian music, Júlio Chumbinho. It's kind of Rendei em Porto Alegre. Chumbinho is telling us what happened. Okay, maybe he's going to be back in a minute. Tony Claret, great hangout. Mestre, abraço, abraço, abraço. So, that is so hard to play. That stroke that he has, I can't do that. But you have to practice that. Ah, that is amazing. He's
Edu, I don't think we can hear you anymore. Something may have gotten muted.
Now, Rachel?
Yes, now it's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, so, people, we don't have more Kiko here, and Kiko is backing. Kiko! Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem.
I don't understand what is happening.
That's Julinho, Chumbinho was here, and Chumbinho told us that today is a kind of rainy day in Porto Alegre. Maybe the internet don't like that. You know Chumbinho, the guitar player?
Of course, I know. It's an amazing guitar player. I've recorded with him a beautiful album, Julio Herland Quartet.
Yeah, he's here now, and
Great.
he,
Great to
he
know
told he told us about that. He said that that is the rainy day in Porto Alegre. Kiko, no problem, no problem. We can, I think we can answer some questions from people from here.
you.
Uh,
Okay, because it seems that when we start playing, I don't know
yeah,
if
maybe something is too hard to the internet. And aqui, ó. O Glenn Pinto says, hello from Goa, India. Kiko is my favorite Brazilian drummer. I have this amazing book. Thank you. And before you talk about your book, we have a question from you. Tony Claret says that the Rhythmic technique is the root. Amazing meeting to great masters, says Júlio Chubinho Herlen. Daniel Argoio make a question. Kiko, when you leave the traditional grip, and what is the reason? Also, he asked that in Portuguese. He asked, Kiko, quando e por qual motivo você deixou a traditional grip? But we can ask it. We can talk in English and we translate to him.
okay, this is a kind of philosophical answer, you know,
Uh-huh.
because in the time that I was researching all these things of the rebounds, you know, I was playing since I was 4 years old, 5 years old. I was playing traditional grip because I come from the bombo legueiro, you know, and the bombo legueiro you play like this with the drum close to your arm, you know. And then for me, it was very natural to start playing the traditional grip. But what happens is because, as you know, Brazil, our country, is special in many ways, and in the size, you know, the size of Brazil is amazing. It's like a continent. So we have many regions without access to information. We have many guys trying to study without the best conditions to do that.
Yeah.
And you know, Edu, you are a guy that you inspire many people, right?
Thank you.
You are kind of, you take for yourself, and I know that you take for yourself a great responsibility when you are able to teach your students and to pass ahead, you know, to give them the best information. And you know how much
Yes.
we value that. We really think about this responsibility, you know. And
Yeah.
in Brazil, if you go to regions like the Amazon, like the Pantanal, you know, people
Yeah.
in the time that I'm talking about, the 90s, the middle 90s, 92, 93, 94,
Yeah.
people wouldn't have access to videos, to instructional books and everything. And I started traveling, playing. I started to know that many guys wanted to copy the things that they would see, you know, in the videos when they got access to videos, you know, when they had access,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they started copying the wrong way,
yeah,
you know. And I saw during many workshops, I saw guys with serious problems with the hands, serious injuries, trying, especially here in the region of the thumb,
Yeah.
because they were trying to play strong backbeats with the traditional grip without knowing about the thumb
Thumb.
technique,
Yeah.
and the way the thumb absorbs the impact, and
Uh-huh.
also this correct position of having
Yeah.
the absorption of the impact,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and when this came, this movement, this circle, that's playing here and then bang, 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 bang. You see that the tambourine at some point creates a shuffle, in another pulse. So you
Yeah.
have to be independent with the movements. And the guys were trying to play this in a controlled way,
Mm-hmm.
uh, having many problems with the elbow, with the like tendinitis in the elbow and tennis elbow and all these problems.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the three most important drum videos from the 90s and to the beginning of 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
all the videos were talking about traditional grip and not
Okay.
not even mentioning metal grip for the left hand. And this
Okay.
kind of gave me a little concerning. I was preoccupied a little bit with the students because of this responsibility that we feel.
Yeah.
So
Great.
basically, I wanted to show the guys that the same circle that you do, dun, 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 boom, dun, 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 boom. You can do dun, 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 boom, dun, 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 boom. The same thing,
Yeah.
because if you
Yeah.
have a right hand, you have a left, they should work fine,
Yeah. You told
They
you.
should respect the movements,
Yeah. You talked about something that is so important. That is um, uh, that that difficult about the information
Yeah.
makes people place the traditional grip in a different way and with a different sound, and sometimes there is a question and there is a doubt about that you can do anything that you do with traditional, you can do with match grip and any another one, but we still with some questions sometimes. Oh,
Yeah.
to play that thing you have to do the traditional grip. No, no, you have just has a good technique thinking about your sound, your balance,
Yes.
and that things.
Yeah.
But thank you for this answer, brother. Let's take more question from here. Nizi Palm says, "Hi, Maestro Kiko, Tony Claret. Good question. Wacko and samba. I saw that post that you put it about Dave Wacko, and actually." I think Wacko is from St. Louis too, and we are talking about open studio that is based in St. Louis, in the same
Wow.
city.
Yeah. He's from there. Yeah.
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 And open studio, more Brazilian jazz drumming, live stream special. Get 17% off Edu's course in open studio. Oh, that's a very good offer. Oh,
Wow.
oh, great. Tony Claret, great hang. Julio Shomé, the way Kiko is around, it's like magical movement. Perfect. The internal can't handle the information. It's too hard. Oscar says, the internet can't handle the information. It's too hard for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. Wow, Oscar.
That is the Oscar from Peru.
Yes.
Oscar Barcelli is him.
Yes. Yes.
So I have a question for you and for Oscar. I saw Oscar posted some stories. I don't know the name of that, but he told that he was giving a class with you, and you blowed his mind. You said something that he said, "Oh, I can I can't do anything more. I have to shiver a little. What you said for him? I was so curious about that.
I believe this answer only Oscar can give. I don't, I don't, I can't imagine.
He's a
Oscar,
great player. He
he's a
he's
beautiful
a
player. Yeah,
he's a
trumpet.
great player. Ah, okay, I love that. And Kiko, please tell us what are you gonna find in your last book? Incredible book that you just released it with Amazon, and Hudson Music. I'm sorry, it's not Amazon. It's Hudson Music.
Yes.
And what we are going to find that? What you bring for us in this book?
Well, especially these concepts, Edu, about trying to absorb internally the percussive voices of Brazilian tradition, you
Mm-hmm.
know, trying to use your inner center of time by
Mm-hmm.
singing different cells while you play another cell, you know, organizing, try to organize the let's say the thinking,
Mm-hmm.
respecting the basic voices of samba, especially,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to understand that we all want is to tell a story when we play. When we
Yeah.
play, we are trying to communicate people, and this communication, when we speak, you use words, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then words can create phrases, and
Mm-hmm.
phrases can create a whole book or something, a speech,
Yeah.
So we all want to pass a message, you know.
Yes.
That's why one of the things I think is more special there in the book is the chapter called rhythmic words. So it's
Wow.
like words that we speak in order to understand the language and to create your own speech, inside music.
That's great. You are talking about that from Tell Stories, and I don't know if you check the movie. I call it Him Morgan, the movie about Lee Morgan,
I
and
couldn't
that
check
was a,
yet.
yeah, that is amazing, so emotional. I saw that. I love this time of the music,
Yeah, me
this
too. Yeah.
style of the music, and there is a part of that they I can't remember who tell that, but this they are saying that Art Blakey every time start to playing and ask to Lee Morgan to tell some story for the people. When he start to his improvise, he says, "Hey Lee, tell some story for them. You are good on that. Tell some story." And that is thing that we have to do with the music every time. Tell some story for the people.
Yeah.
And and,
This,
and I separated some question that is so related about this that you are talking, because you you have an amazing technique, something incredible. It's
thank
not
you.
human, it's not real, it's something that is from a different world. And and I saw a lot of your students, and they bring some Kiko Freitas phrase that you tell him, and that some speeches that you told him, and they could imitate that. And my question is, how could you bring a lot of technique so musical? And if you can just show us one of these phrases that you can tell that is a Kiko Freitas phrase, you know? Yeah, yeah, because that is some phrase that if you play that, it's a kind of Steve Gadd phrase. And I know that you have a lot of Kiko Freitas phrase. And we just want to see one that, and I hope the internet
Oh my God.
make we allowed to see you playing just a little.
Yeah. First, I believe that, and I believe that, of course, when we start learning a language, we need to first Of course, we don't remember that because we were too young, but we recognize the shape of the letters, right? So you
Yeah.
understand A, we understand B, we understand C, and everything. Then the teachers start to make associations of the letters with something that is part of our life, like
Yeah.
A from, of course, I'm thinking in English now, but it's not. A from Abraham, let's say.
Yeah.
B for ball,
Yeah.
C from, chaos, not chaos.
Hmm.
C from car, C from. So we start associating things,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
then we start combining words,
Yeah.
letters, creating a word like
Mm-hmm.
BAL, ball. Like we start, but we don't remember because we are very, very young.
Yeah.
And we don't remember that before that, we listen to our parents and friends and brothers and sisters talking before
Yeah.
we can talk. So we listen a lot. That's maybe the point that you said, you know, if you listen to, of course, we remember Papa Joe Jones, we remember the great ones, Baby Dudes, before
Yeah.
the group, and because we listen to that. But if you apply this in pra tak 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 pitum ping, pra tak 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 tak, I'm applying over the tambourine voice. Tak tak tak
Yeah.
tak tak. Even if I do a little piece of this word, pra tak 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 pitum ping, I- I'm 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 using the same, let's say, letters,
Yeah.
but in groupings that can be used for this phrasing, this speech. It's
Yeah.
like we have A in Portuguese. We say A. We have B. We say B.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that we can use the letters are the same. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of the way of recognizing the language we are speaking. Okay, now I have to think in English. So think everything. You kind of put your brain in a different atmosphere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is very important. And the guys, of course, they learn the phrases, and many of them they can repeat the phrases
Mm-hmm.
even sometimes better than the one who created the phrase. But
Yeah.
perhaps they don't think about the source, the foundation of this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I do like, I don't know what to do actually, but if I do like,
Yeah.
okay, then a guy comes and 1, 2.
Yeah.
Of course, then he puts the tempo up, and then he can play this very well. And I
Yeah.
remember one class that we were teaching together in Brasilia, and somehow I noticed that you were talking, of course, in your way,
Mhm.
with different metaphors. You
Mhm.
were talking about the same subject. You can't
Yeah.
just learn a word like casa, 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 and everything you say is casa. Like
Yeah.
say you say house, 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 and then the guy comes and Kiko, how was your day, man? What have you been doing? A house, house. But
Yeah.
let's talk about
Yeah.
about music, house. It's
Yeah.
impossible to do that. I
Yeah.
remember this was very special because I realized that you were talking about the same
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah.
But if I take this phrase and think about 1, 2, then I'm giving a sense of pulse. 1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2. Then I'm thinking about an idea of style that I want to represent doing that phrase. So I have 1, 2, tac, 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 just to complete the tambourine
Mm.
thing. So I
Yeah.
have tac, tan, tac, tro, the
Ooh.
phrase the phrase came into this atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's not only metronome and speed and slow down or speed up. It's like ta tum ta tum ta tum ta tum tum.
Start
And I
to be
think,
part of this conversation. The
yes,
phrase comes to this conversation.
of course, and this is very important. And this is something that many guys talk about, a special tune, and then that phrase I transcribed everything and I know the play. Okay, but play the phrase. Sometimes the phrase is perfect. It's even better, like I said, better than me
Yeah.
playing, you know. But
Yeah, yeah, I
then,
understand that.
then comes the thing. What do you think when you play this phrase?
Yeah.
I think about the phrase, the notes is 30-second notes. Let's say I'm doing, of course. Then the guy plays this,
Yeah.
but then he doesn't understand sometimes that this should come with pain, pain,
Yeah.
pain, chukubang, chukubang. So this is 2/3. So
Yeah.
even if the tune is in four, I'm kind of thinking the music in groups of three, like Elvin inside
Yeah.
the swing field. Let's see the fingers. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8 pulses, but
Yeah.
I'm going to think about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Two.
bang.
Yeah.
Then changed everything. It's not ting ting ki, ting ting ti, ting ting ti, ting ting again. Now it's ting ting ki, ting bang ting ki, ting ting ping pong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is different. And
Yeah.
now in these 3 here, I can put 4. Let's
Yeah.
see. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, poo, pam. Dum,
Yeah.
dum, pra, kum, tungus, ta, kutum, ta, kum, pungus, ta, pam.
Yeah.
They changed everything. So
Yeah.
this phrase is like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's
Yeah.
not just thinking about the 30-second notes. You put the phrase like you have a painting and you put in a frame. Then you can hang on your wall. You can embellish your house with that. But if you go around painting everything like with no connection, you
Yeah.
can use the most beautiful colors, but it's not going to happen. It's like when I
Great.
want to play like these. I'm not thinking exactly about the notes or the rhythm. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you are connecting to another atmosphere. The
Great.
phrase is double strokes. Agora,
Yeah.
now it's Portuguese, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'll tell the guys, sometimes the 16th note from now in another universe can be the sixth tuplet, the triplet feel.
Yeah.
And what sounds triplet feel can be the 16th note from another universe. Like
Yeah.
I'm playing or like and this comes from inside. There's only one place to bring this is from what you want to say in a speak.
In the conversation.
Uh,
Great, man. Great. Hey, Kiko, we can still talking for whole day here, but we have to leave, brother. Just one more time, just a little bit more comments. Glenn Pinto says, Samba in Nove from the book is incredible. Thank you. And Rachel says, get Kiko's book here, and she put the link here. And Rachel, please, one more time, put that promotion about the 7% off here. And Oscar Barcelli says, Ah, yes. Thank you, Rachel, for that. What more Brazilian Jazz Jam live stream special? 7% off Edu's Open Studio Drumming course with coupon code Edu. Just coupon is just Edu. Oh, okay, great. And Oscar said, my mind was blown because we were talking about the connection of breathing, hand technique, and to be able to play using the gravity and flow on the hand. Plus playing with the traditional of Brazilian music. Thank you both masters for getting into the right way drumming and music. Thank you, Oscar. You are every welcome here. We have to bring Oscar from Brazil. Lucas Porto. Ok. Mestres, quais bateras novos ou da nova geração que vocês gostam de escutar? Todos. A gente vai falar um pouquinho mais sobre isso depois. Kiko, we have to leave, brother. I'm so sorry. We have to do much more from them because you have so much to tell us, and I'm so curious about the music that you are supposed to play. I want to check it after that in some YouTube or some video. I love that Som dos Caramujos that you put playing with. Sonho de Caramujos, man. That please people check this video. Sonho dos Caramujos. That's amazing. And please be free to say hello for people here and finish your participation, please.
Edu, first, thank you so much for inviting me, and I feel so sorry for the internet connection. Just to have an idea, I don't realize I can't open the window, so I didn't know it was raining. Thank you, Chubinho, for telling me. Because
Chubinho is here for us.
So I feel so sorry about this connection, and I know that people has great patience, and thank you all for coming here. This is a very important movement that you are doing, Edu, with the StreamYard, and I feel very grateful to be here, to be able to talk a little bit to you, and I miss you being around, and
me too, brother.
We have been together for so many good moments, and this is very special, and it's always special to be with you, even through the distance of this crazy pandemic time.
It's our third time that we're doing that. We never did that before, and this pandemic time makes 3 times to see each other like that. That is a good thing from pandemic times.
Of course, that's true. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Oscar and Chumbinho, Julio, all the guys. It's such a great pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you, Kiko. Thank you, Open Studio. Actually, the Open Studio that did that conversation. Open Studio is a educational website with pre-recorded online lessons from Christian McBride, Diane Reeves, Romero Lubambo, and please people check it. And thank you, Rachel, that is here with us.
Rachel. Yes.
And Peter Martin, Dan Martin, Adam Ernst, and everybody that came here. Thank you. Please have a great night, have a great evening, and next Wednesday we're gonna have Joey La Barbera.
Wow.
The great drummer that plays with Bill Evans. Man, I'm so excited to have Joey La Barbera here too. And see you people, see you next Wednesday. And Kiko, thank you one more time for being here and for this transformation with our music, with our drums. Okay?
Thank you so much.
We own you.
Thank you.
That revolution.
Thank
Tchau.
you so much.
Falou, pessoal.